a subscriber sent me this pair of jeans, and then immediately after receiving them, he followed up and told me that he had COVID. So we're just gonna be as safe as we possibly can.
Just in case.
I don't know why I just thought the bag would perfectly. Anyways, Levi's makes a $600 pair of jeans in here. Also, I'm vaccinated and this package has not moved in like 7 days, so I think we're good. But Levi's has made a $600 pair of jeans and we're gonna open them and see if they're actually worth $600, and they're not. So let's get started. Also, I wasn't actually wearing the mask because of that. I was wearing the mask because the trash bag that I used, I actually just got the trash out of and I washed it out and it smelled weird. Just kidding. It's because the trash bag is scented and I hate when trash bags are scented because I think it's not a good scent. So, sorry. Seconds after that, Michael got in his car and drove to Cape Cod for day 2. It's the sound of rain in my heart. That was a joke, of course, for the intro, but in a much more real way, it wasn't. Hello, YouTube. It's Michael. 1, I am on Cape Cod. 2, I haven't showered. And 3, I've forgotten almost all of my gear. So this video is going to be pretty janky, but we'll do our best to pretend that it's not, okay? This pair is actually very tough to get and also very expensive, but I have them. Well, I have them to borrow. They're not mine to keep, you see. These were sent to me by a subscriber by the name of Shannon. Shannon knows the who of Levi's. Although Shannon clearly does not know who because he has COVID. Luckily though, Shannon is feeling much better, so thank goodness for that. Also, Shannon, you have the same name as my ex, and I'd be lying if I said that didn't mess with my head a little bit. I think I still have feelings for you. On the surface, these look like seemingly average Levi's, and if you look closely, you'll see there's a selvage line on the pants, and that usually signifies that these are from Levi's LVC line, which it kind of is, but the LVC line jeans, the 1955 Levi's LVCs that these are, go for $260, and they have all the same details as these jeans, but these jeans go for $600. So why is that? Follow me as I review these jeans and then give you 3 reasons as to why they cost exactly 800 bananas. If you wouldn't mind, could you subscribe, like this video, and comment? So our goal today is to talk about these jeans, but also, as I said, we need to get Shannon some soup. I feel like Shannon's health personally rests in my hands, but it's raining, as remember when I was singing before. So we have to be very careful because these jeans are unsanforized. So that means if they get wet, they'll shrink a lot. And you should never shrink another man's jeans without his consent. Typically, at this price range, you start to see some pretty insane things from brands like Pure Blue Japan, Tenyuki. They all bring out the big guns. In ascending order of intensity, this is what you usually get when you're paying that much for jeans. Number 1, crazy texture. The jeans will usually be super slubby or neppy or have a ton of something interesting. If you look at Naked and Famous's Emperor of Slub or Lord of Slub, for example, those are up there in price, but I've seen that denim in real life. It is something that you'd probably say, okay, that makes total sense. I've also had a Pure Blue Japan Hank-dyed jacket, which also, it doesn't even really look like denim to a certain degree. It looks like something different entirely. In ascending order, as I said, usually it is made in Japan. The indigo is natural, not synthetic. It comes from the indigo fera plant. It's also, with the Pure Blue Japan example, it's hank dyed, which means hanks of yarn are dyed by hand, which there's one more fact to that we'll get into in a second. And when you really start to get into things like Tenyuki, for example, their expensive jeans, the cotton is actually hand sorted. The fibers are picked out for weaving. But most importantly, the denim masters come out to play. In Japan, there are denim masters, shokunin, people that they dedicate their entire lives to making perfect denim or getting this beautiful craft or whatever. They come out to play at that price point. What's interesting about these Levi's is that they don't do any of that. They are made in Japan, but as far as I can tell, there's no denim masters or hank dyeing or anything like that. So you may be thinking, why? By the way, Shannon, I am going to get you soup right now. Let me know if there's a certain kind of soup you like. I'm thinking chicken noodle. I don't know if you eat meat. I don't eat meat, so you don't have to worry about me, dipping my finger in and trying it. All right, back. Shannon, you know, it was really, it's a much bigger deal than it seems that I went out to get you that soup because I'm in my hometown, so I know a lot of people here, and I risked seeing someone from high school. I got you New England clam chowder. I figured, what is better when you're sick than a very heavy cream-based soup? And I also forgot to mention, these jeans are numbered by hand. So someone is taking every pair of jeans, but we'll get more into that later. So these are actually Levi's 1955 LVC jeans, and they're the exact same jeans besides some changes that we'll go over in a little bit, but none structurally to the jeans themselves, same materials and everything like that, same type of denim, because it's a replica jean. They can't change a replica. That doesn't make any sense. You'd have to change the original version. So they are the exact same jeans as the 1955 Levi's LVC jeans, and those jeans are actually amazing. When you get them, you should ideally sit in a hot bathtub for a half hour, and they'll shrink up to 10%, and that's why in this fit check you'll see later they look really big. But what's cool with these is that since they are unsanforized and not skewed or anything like that, when you put them in hot water, you'll probably get leg twists. So the selvage line on the pants will twist, probably to the front. A lot of people don't like that. I think that's awesome. I love that. And you? And Shannon? So this denim is 12 ounces when it is not soaked, 14 after it is soaked. That is because it shrinks 10%. This is where it gets really good. In terms of sizing, these jeans are called anti-fit, so they're a little bigger than your typical jeans. They're wider, and I love that. I wish I could soak these jeans so I could see how they actually fit, but wearing jeans at this size, I couldn't get enough of it. I really like that. I want to get a pair of jeans that are that big. I feel like it's more of a conscious fashion decision. When I put on an outfit with larger, wider jeans, I feel like I put more thought into it than I actually did. And I'm gonna get a pair. I don't know what pair to get. You let me know. I'm thinking Warehouse or TCB, Sugarcane, or Levi's, I don't know, but Wide Pants Mike is coming. I know I said I was only gonna have 2 pairs of jeans, and I'm trying to stick with that. So actually, never mind, forget it. Also, what's cool is you'll notice that the buttons are dark. They are like a light shade of gray, and that is because they are made of zinc. When I was in college, I thought I had a zinc deficiency, and I went to CVS and I got some zinc, and then I tried it, and I felt no better, and I realized I was probably just sad. And then it went away when I got happy, and I was like, oh, my zinc levels must be back up. 2 last things on these jeans before we get into why they cost as much as they do. This is the year that Levi said, you know, leather patches are just not in vogue. They're more expensive than these cardboard patches, so we'll just switch them. And then, of course, there is the famous red selvage ID line that originated in cone mills, and I love that. Very micro review. I think they're incredible. I really like them. We're at the beach, baby. It's not really raining, so I can probably go outside in a second, but still, I figured we'd stop here. I think there are 3 reasons why Levi's is charging this much. The last one is really the only one that matters. The other 2 are kind of negligible, but still, I figured I'd mention them anyways. So let's get into it. And then we'll get out of it, and then we'll be good. Also, I am at the beach where I grew up, so there's a very high risk that I will see a lot of people that I know. That's a bad thing. I just, you know, I don't really want to right now. I feel like I need a haircut first, and then I'll be okay with it, but the hair cutters are closed today. Okay, so first things first, this is the most simple thing. The location of construction is different. Levi's LVC jeans are typically made in Bulgaria or Turkey. These 501-day jeans are made in Japan. And that's not knocking Bulgaria or Turkey's construction quality or anything like that. I'm just saying I think part of the price increase can be justified because of where they are being made. Just because country of origin, and if getting everything made in Japan is a lot more expensive than other locations. These are Levi's 501-day jeans. So 501 day is May 20th. That's when the first 501s came into existence. And Levi celebrates that by making these jeans completely in Japan. And they have Japanese, I think it's kanji, instead of writing everything out in English. So that's the big thing. There are only 501 pairs of these jeans being made. And that seems like a lot to me, especially because I'm starting my denim company. I think I'll start with 50 jackets, but 501 for I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm pulling up the jeans like that. It's pretty insufferable. Like that is not a lot of jeans, and they need to have custom hardware for everything. The rivets, the buttons, the pocket flashers, the info on them, everything like that is custom to these 501 pairs, and all of these stuff is custom made for these 501 pairs of jeans. And to top it all off, there is that little tag in there that someone hand wrote this number out of 501. It is not a denim master Hank dyeing something, but it does take manual labor for someone to do that. So both point 1 and 2, I'm putting those out there to say I think those could add to the cost, but point 3 is really the big one. And it's pretty simple, but we'll go over that somewhere else. Shannon, I forgot to say that when I was on the beach, I picked up this rock for you because it resembled you a lot. because you rock. Okay, it's raining, so don't worry. 2 things to say real quick. The pants are safely next to me, wrapped in a plastic bag, and there's a giant tree here protecting me and the pants from the elements, so don't worry. But the final reason that these jeans are $600 is probably a dumb reason that you probably knew, but it's because it's Levi's. And Levi's is the undisputed king of denim. They're sold around the world. They're the most popular jeans ever, and if you think you like jeans and Levi's, there is someone that likes them way more than you. The brand is incredibly massive, and so massive to the point that most denim makers, most raw denim makers that aren't Levi's, Wranglers, and stuff like that, usually they got into denim because of Levi's, and a lot of them recreate their favorite Levi's fits. TCB, for example, works insanely hard to replicate the exact type of denim used in the fit, and they post about it and write about it. And Levi's made 501 pairs of these Japanese-made jeans, and they sold out. And I'm assuming they sold out really almost instantly because they're Levi's. Collectors that are so intense, they're paying thousands upon thousands of dollars for vintage Levi's. Levi's can put it up at this price, and it's not a big deal. And also, it probably gives the big collectors a second to grab them. I don't really know. That's why they're more expensive, though. It's just Levi's can charge that. I don't know if you're ever into Pokemon. I used to be super into Pokemon, so much so that actually this is Yu-Gi-Oh, but still, I told a lot of kids at school that my grandfather invented Yu-Gi-Oh, and if they had a good card, I needed to take it and give it to my grandfather so he can inspect it. And then when I don't know if I told this story before, but when I would get all their cards, the next day in school I'd say, my grandpa was really mad. He said, these are fake. And he threw them away. And when I went to summer camp in the summer, I took all of those school cards that I got and I traded them, and then I just kept doing that. Long story short, you know when you get a Yu-Gi-Oh card or a Pokemon card and it's in Japanese and you're like, whoa, this one must be way better than all the other ones because it's not in my language. I feel something similar to that with Levi's. Like the first time I saw that tag online, I was like, whoa, that's really cool. What is that? What does it do differently? Is it more powerful? But anyways, that's about it. Sorry, I hope this video came out well. It's like doomsday. I forgot everything. It's pouring rain. I need a haircut. I have this honker of a pimple. So next week there's a special guest by the name of Stridewise. So I'm excited to see that, unless that doesn't happen. But anyways, I have to go. It's starting to rain a lot. I will see you soon. Oh.